me tell you a story. I remember this was a long time ago when I was in high school. This was 4 or 5 years ago. And maybe 6 years ago. And I was in class. I wasn't really paying attention to the teacher and what she was saying. I was just daydreaming about having sex, lusting. I would look at the women in my class and just think of what would I do if I could pause time and have sex with them. And even though that was kind of embarrassing for me to say, you can probably relate with that. Pausing time and having sex with women, doing whatever you want to do with them. And I was just filled with this overwhelming lust. And then one day in class, there was a girl that saw me daydreaming. And I was like this, I was in this position and I was just thinking really hard, right? I was lusting, but I was like this. I was just in a state of daydreaming. And a girl literally tapped me on the shoulder and she was like, "Danny, are you okay?" And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. No worries. But for some reason, when she did that, instantly, in a matter of microseconds, I was filled with so much guilt and shame. Here was this girl that, she was one of the girls that I was lusting for. And yet, she tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Danny, are you okay?" Here I was, treating these women as if they were sexual objects, as if they were just dolls that you could have sex with. But this woman was so kind that she said to me, "Danny, are you okay? Are you thinking a little bit too hard about something?" That filled me with so much shame and guilt. Overcoming lust and temptation is hard but doable, but I was able to achieve this as I have quit porn for 4 years now. By the way, my name is Danny. I have helped over 20 Christian men quit porn, and if you want to schedule a call with me, link in the description if you want a free consultation to my coaching for Christians who suffer from pornography program. Okay, so how do you stop lusting? How do you stop being tempted by your own desires? Well, before I say that, before I give, the ways of how to stop lusting, I do really want to say really quickly that it is extremely normal to think a woman is beautiful. We were biologically made to think women are attractive, but lusting is optional. So that is what we have to be cautious about, and that is what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I really want to help you make lust optional and not mandatory, so you can literally turn off lust in your brain. And eventually, maybe if you truly listen to what I'm saying, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, when you see a beautiful woman at the gym, when you see a beautiful woman in public, right, you won't even think sexually about her body parts. You're just gonna think, wow, she's so attractive, God bless her. Do you want that? Then watch this video. Okay, so the first Bible verse is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. It says, "No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it." Now, what does this mean exactly? Look, I don't care how strong your urge is. I don't care how strong the feeling you have of lust. I promise you, right? Don't even listen to me. Read that verse. There is no temptation that is too strong for you. That is what basically the verse is trying to say. There is no temptation that you cannot overcome. So when you feel like your urge is really strong when you feel like, it's too difficult, it's impossible, reread this verse. Memorize this verse, because if you memorize this verse and you have a urge, you can repeat it to yourself and just remind yourself that, hey, I have an urge right now, and even though it's really strong, God said that God is faithful and He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. Isn't that powerful? So again, it doesn't matter what temptation you're facing, what urge you're facing, you can beat it. Okay, so next verse, 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18. It says, flee from sexual immorality. All other sins a person commits are outside the body, but whoever sins sexually sins against their own body. So basically, let's focus on the first 4 words. It says, flee from sexual morality. Does it say to fight sexual morality? Does it say to fight lust? Does it say to, hey, there's you're watching porn right now and you're like, oh, stop lusting, stop lusting. Of course, if you watch porn, you're gonna lust. Of course, if you go on Instagram and Snapchat, you're gonna see an attractive woman who is half naked in a bikini and you're gonna lust. So, how do you stop lusting? Basically, what you wanna do is remove all your triggers, okay? Just like it says, flee from sexual morality. If you're fleeing from it, it means you're running away from it. You're not getting closer to it. So how do you do this? Do you have social media? Delete it. I don't care if you have family on Facebook and you have to keep up with them. I don't care if you have Instagram and Instagram has funny reels and funny videos. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. Delete Instagram, delete all social media. If you're truly serious about quitting pornography, you have to quit social media, all right? Remove your triggers, all right? Remove your triggers. This is step 1, guys. This is step 1. Flee from sexual morality. Do not fight it. Do you think, okay, even if a man is Christian, even if a man is holy, he reads the Bible every day, he goes to church, okay, imagine if there was a really attractive woman right here next to me, right? A Christian man. And she was naked and she was so beautiful. Do you think I wouldn't lust if she was naked and she was right next to me, seducing me? Of course I would lust, right? But I would never put myself in that position to where, there would be a woman that would be next to me naked, obviously, right? So my point is, you have to flee from it. You have to realize, where do you lust? What time do you lust? What makes you lust? Social media. Where do you lust most? Oh, I lust most in my bed at 11 p.m. when everyone is sleeping. Okay, when do you lust? Where do you lust? Oh, you know what? I usually watch porn when I'm in the toilet, right? When I'm in the bathroom. Okay, remove it. Remove these locations where you watch porn. Instead of, bringing your phone with you in the bathroom, don't bring it. Flee from sexual temptation. You bringing your phone with you in the bathroom, that is one way for you to lose the battle against pornography. Because you're not fleeing from sexual temptation, you're fighting it. And when you fight it, you're gonna lose. Okay, and by the way, I do have one-on-one coaching. I am a coach for Christian men who want to stop watching pornography. And I have helped over 20 Christian men quit porn. I have an 89% success rate. So if you are interested in a free consultation, link is in the description. And yeah, guys, have a good day. God bless and resist those urges.